Jamboard is a powerful whiteboarding tool provided by Google that you can use with your students. However, it is also an amazing whiteboarding tool for you to use in Zoom or flipped lessons. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the features of Jamboard that it has over things like Keynote. First thing I'm going to do is click on the bottom right corner to add the plus and create a new jam. While in the Jamboard, we have a couple options on the left side with our tools. The top option is our pen, marker, pencil, crayon, highlighter. So if I tap on that twice, I'm going to see across the top, I first have this pen tool. So this is a pen. Then I have more of a marker tool. And by the way, down here I can obviously change the colors. Now I have a highlighter. And finally, I have a paintbrush. So really nice tools. It gives you some simplicity as well as some options to use. Again, down here we can change the colors if we'd like. The really great option comes below called Assistive Drawing Tools. When I click on Assistive Drawing Tools, I'll get three options. The first being this auto text feature. Let me show you the assistive tools over here. So the auto text feature, I'm going to change this back to black, and I can write something like science. Give it a second and it's going to transform into text. Then I have the handles where I can actually change the size and I can move it around. It will even recognize bad cursive like myself. See, that was really poorly written, but still it recognized that I was writing science and it will immediately transform into that text, which is a really great feature. The next one below is auto shape. So again, for someone that struggles drawing a nice circle, we have auto shape, turns it into a great circle. Same thing with a triangle, a square, and so on. So you get some options with shapes. However, there are some shapes it doesn't work great with. Let me draw an octagon. It recognizes the octagon as a circle, which clearly, even though it was poorly drawn, I was drawing an octagon. There is a workaround for that, and that is the final one called Auto Draw. Auto Draw is great for someone that can't draw like myself. If I want to draw a cat, just by putting those ears. See down here, it says, did you mean a cat? And I can choose the cat that I want. Perfect, hit the check mark, and now I have that icon here. But it also works great for shapes. Let's go back to the octagon example. Okay, that's really poorly drawn. However, I still get an octagon, a hexagon, and so on. So I'm going to choose that octagon, hit the check mark, and now I have a perfect octagon. So when shapes aren't working well, like you can see these shapes are great, but this one was not, you can use the auto draw feature for that. The next option is our eraser. If you click it one time, you have a very typical eraser. So going back to this, I can erase the scribbles I made. However, if I click it again, I'm going to be asked if I want to clear all the content from the screen. If I press clear, it's now gone. I can undo that and bring it back if I'd like. The third tool is the selection tool. I can click on text, I can maneuver it around, I can move it, I can even rotate it in the corner. If I click on the three dots, I can duplicate it, delete it, bring it to the front or back. So if this is behind here and I want that to the front, bring it to the front, and now it's no longer behind. I can also circle groups of objects and delete them all at once. Circle them, press the delete, drag it down to delete, and they're gone. The cat, drag to delete, and it's gone. So that's a really powerful tool. The other thing is your laser pointer. Think of it like an auto erase laser pointer, where you could use it as a laser pointer, but it's going to delete within a second. This is great if you want to call attention to something, but you don't want it to stay on the screen. So I said, okay, boys and girls, look at the triangle. You can circle that, but it's going to auto erase, which is another great whiteboarding feature. Finally, we have the plus at the bottom. This is where we can bring in multiple objects. The first one is a sticky note. In the sticky note, I can change the color of the sticky note, and I can type information here. Now, this is something I could have set up for before the lesson starts. I could have this set up and off to the side, maybe with my lesson objective in my corner, and I can still use the rest of the whiteboarding space. The next is images. Images are great because these are actual Google search images. These are not things I have on here already. So I can pick a picture of a cheetah, bring it in, resize it, and so on. I can also bring in content from my drive. I can take a picture with my camera, and I can also use my photo roll. Finally, you'll see stickers. Stickers are just what you'd think. A couple stickers where you can put like a positive, I like the check and the X, if you want to put down what's correct, what's incorrect, and so on. But also these quick little drawings down here can be very useful. You have a blank clock. You as well also have organizers, a blank calendar, thought bubbles, and so on that you can just click on, bring it in, resize it. Now we can make the cheetah say something by adding the text, going back here, going into auto the text and say, so Jamboard has tons of great whiteboarding features. You can see the application in Zoom, but you can also see this for a flip lesson if you were trying to teach something to students. You can simply use the screen record option on your iPad, record, and then send it to either Google Classroom or Schoology for students to watch.